Guys, welcome to Valley and Holler. Long time no see. So I realized that I kind of dropped a hey, we're coming back to YouTube video and then sort of ghosted you. We've had a lot going on. Probably no more than what a lot of you guys have going on right now. I mean, it's gardening season. As you can see behind me, we got things happening. But when both people in your house work full-time outside of the home, for some of us, it takes a little bit longer to get things done. Plus, you got to remember, we are trying to function between two properties in two different states right now. So, um, we've been busy. I want to give you guys a quick tour today, just some of the things that we've been doing. Pop into the chicken shack here and show you what's going on with those ladies. And then, as you probably could tell by the thumbnail, we have added a little something to Valley and Holler. So one thing you may notice right off the bat that is different from gardens we've had in the past is that we now have raised beds up here next to the chicken shack. And yes, I do have a sign for the side of this building that says chicken shack. I just haven't put it up yet. So we took down the 4 raised beds that I got from Tractor Supply. These were the 4x4 ones. I also had 3 of the 2x4 ones. Those I have kept. I did get rid of 2 of these. The 2 remaining ones I moved up next to the building and have planted things that need just a little bit more shade during the day than the rest of the garden does. Another thing that you may notice that's different this year is the direction that we have the garden going. So in the past, I've had it going from the direction of one side of my driveway to the next, but this year I kind of turned it so that it's facing the road. It did require me pulling up all of the ground cover that I had down. I took our Milwaukee cultivator. It's I think I've showed you guys. It's like a tiller, but it's not a full-fledged like rear tine tiller. It's a cultivator that goes on the weed eater head. And turned up the dirt that was kind of uneven. Raked that out, got a lot of the grass seed and the weed seed out, and then relayed all of this. I also had quite a few extra tires sitting around. So as you can see kind of in the corners here, these are just going to be some flowers. I don't ever plant anything in the tires. I've been told that's not really a good idea. So I'm just going to buy some plants, some flowers to kind of bring in some pollinators just to brighten up the place a little bit. I still need to come through and tie up these tomato plants a little bit more. As you can tell, they're starting to flop down, and I do have some tomatoes starting to come up on them, so it is definitely time to do that. We did do some corn this year, which is something that we've not done in the last several years. We don't eat a lot of corn, but once in a while I do like to have it. So I do have a few very, very short rows that we did this year. Have our zucchini, 2 kinds of okra. I think I have a total of 40 tomato plants here. Banana peppers, some bell peppers. I got some cayennes over there. Y'all, I planted so many seeds this year inside the house, it's not even funny. So I don't really have any true clue of what varieties I actually have in the garden this year. So I've had quite a few people ask, why did I leave the big gap between the tomatoes here and where these potatoes are? There's 2 reasons for that. So as you guys know, these Georgia Reds that we do, they are a bushing vine. So not only do they get, big and bushy, but they also will spread out like a watermelon vine will. But also I am putting in watermelon and cantaloupe in this section here. So I needed to have room for that to spread its wings and do it. I mean, I even have like pretty things in the yard, y'all. Like, who even am I? My friend Jessica would be completely stunned to know that I have flowers planted this year. All right, now we are inside the chicken shack. I want to show you guys what I'm calling the mamas. I don't know, some of you guys are not as well versed in chicken breeds as others are, so some of you may not know that Buff Orpingtons are considered to be excellent mothers. They do tend to go broody, and they will raise their babies. So I have 3 of those, 2 of which have been broody. We are right here coming up on week 4, so no baby chicks yet. 21 days is what you typically see on hatching, but I don't think that all the eggs they're sitting on were laid like in the same 2-day span. So I'm letting them go just a little bit longer than that 21 days. Probably by the end of the week, we're going to start to pull them off of the clutch and go ahead and take what they're sitting on, because I don't think at that point they're going to hatch. But we'll see. I'm still holding out hope for baby chicks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? That's my freak out chicken. She's actually one that I got from a friend. Good night. It's like these dang birds know that it don't take a whole lot to freak me out. Hey, Mama. Do you have any babies for us yet? Your wings a little spread out. Nothing? What about you, Mama? Any babies yet? All right, so that is your quick update about what's going on here. But the big thing is the thing that we kind of just did this weekend. So between two properties, we had a lot of needs. And over the last year or so, we have done a lot of homework on what equipment we needed here versus Kentucky. What would we take with us when we go for the long term? And it all came down to we can do everything that we need with one piece of equipment. So somebody made a purchase this weekend.
Yeah, I did. Visited several dealerships and wound up picking one that was local to us and within 40 minutes of the farm in Kentucky. That kind of really narrowed down the choices we had for service. I really wasn't crazy about going 2 hours to like Kingsport or Knoxville, Tennessee. From where the farm is, that's like 2 hours. So picked a Mahindra.
Ta-da! So this is the newest addition to Valley and Holler. This is currently being used here. It'll be used between the two properties. I'm going to turn this over to Chris and let him tell you a little bit about what things made him choose this particular model.
Past couple years taking care of the place in Kentucky, there's about 35 acres total. Once upon a time, we used to mow about 3.5, 4 acres of it. As dwindled down over the years, we kind of found ourselves in a predicament. I got 3 old riding mowers that you can barely cobble all 3 together to make one decent one. The past year or so, one of the neighbors has been gracious enough to mow. We've been paying him to do it. It's not his job, but he's been helping out. Well, his old mower went down and he can't find the right parts for it. And our last 2 trips up there, or my last 2 trips, involved push mowing and weed eating. About an acre to acre and a half. That's no fun. I'm getting old. So that made me get off my butt about getting a small tractor. Been looking at them for years, threatening to get one. Well, finally had to break down. Now I kind of decided I wanted something in the subcompact, compact range because it fits around the house. It has a tighter turn radius. It will do everything I need and probably then some. I was looking at Rural King, TYM, Coyote, Mahindra, and Kubota. That was all that was accessible to me, the easiest. It came down to it. I started visiting dealerships. I went to Outdoor Power Equipment of America. We call them OPE around here. They're our local chain of kind of Mahindra dealers. And they had exactly what I was looking for on one of their other lots, which happened to be, I visited where I work at, which is Denton, North Carolina, and they had what I wanted in Lexington, North Carolina, which is 20 minutes from our house. So went up there. They were offering some rebates, great financing. Everything went smooth, so here we have a Mahindra. 20 horsepower Yanmar diesel, 15.8 horsepower on PTO. It can run up to 4-foot implements, 48-inch tiller, bush hogs, stuff like that. I did want the mid mower and I wanted a loader bucket. There again, mowing around the house. Finish mowers are nice, but that makes it incredibly long. Mid mower is underneath. If I want to, I can take the loader off. It's a quick attach. You pull a few pins, disconnect hoses, and you don't have to have the loader on there. So far, I put about 3 hours on it today after I brought it home. I bought it last week, but they had to do a PDI, pre-delivery inspection. They wanted to make sure everything was good to go. I was able to pick it up about noon today. So 3 hours later, here's it sits. I've accomplished a lot of things that we've been on our list for years. She may show you some brush along the back line. cleaned up near where she put her chickens to give her more walking room, had some old firewood stacked there. Just knocked out little things and mowed with it. This particular model is the Mahindra Emax 20S. Like I said, 20 horsepower Yanmar diesel. You'll find that in a lot of stuff. 54-inch mowing deck on it. It does have the industrial tires, which I wanted. Some other compact, subcompact tractors, you can only get turf savers. Eventually, y'all will see the front yard I will be mowing. You do not want turf savers on that front yard. Push mower about kick your butt. You don't really want to be sliding off the hillside. The Yanmar diesel can be found in a lot of them. It's in the Royal King and the Coyote. Bad Boy Bobcat uses it. It's a proven engine. It's been around for a while. No DEF fluid, none of that emissions crap the government makes us have now. But one of the reasons I like this tractor versus some of the other is the hood actually tilts forward as opposed to raising. It gives you full service. She'll get you in here in a minute. You can check the oil filter. Everything is right here. You don't have to take the loader off to do anything. You don't have to fight with a hood that bump in your head. I'm 6'3". I hit my head on a lot of stuff. You can get a cab on these models. I kind of wanted an open station in Kentucky. It doesn't get near as hot as North Carolina does. I might eventually have a canopy for the ropes up here, but that's no huge deal. It is 4-wheel drive, selectable, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. It does have a pedal you can push over here for a diff lock that engages a lock and rear diff. One of the things I was unsure about this, but after 3 hours today, your controls for the loader bucket are right here. Several other people like Coyote have the lever to your side. I actually find this to be a lot more natural. Got the arm thing down. You can just have your hand rested on the valve, do what you need to do with the loader bucket. It's not like, doesn't put me in an awkward position. It's pretty comfortable, simple controls. This is a hydrostatic model. You have a rocker pedal, forward, forward, reverse, reverse. Kind of getting used to that. That's a little different, but you can get to manipulating that pretty fast. Now, in all honesty, I've not taken it out of low range yet. Everything I've done today, I've just kept it in low. So we'll see how high range goes. Mostly, probably will use it for mowing, straight lines, things like that. I had a lot of obstacles here, so I just left it in low range.
So what do you think? Was it money well spent so far?
Well, we'll know when I start making those monthly payments, but yeah, so far I think it's so. I think it will help out a lot. I'm getting older. I need things to make work easier. I did a whole lot of manual work when I was younger, used non-power equipment to do a whole lot of stuff. I'm solo, don't have a bunch of people helping me anymore, and I'm not 15, 20 years old anymore either.
Neither am I. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I'm sure you will be seeing more of this big guy, and probably this one too, as we start to use this in Kentucky. I think we're not too far from being done with the list of things that we needed to use it for here. The bigger reason for getting it was going to be for Kentucky, but I'm sure you guys will be seeing more of it. So, as always, thank you for joining us here on Valley and Holler. If you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, share it with a friend.
Let's see.